Hey PJs, welcome back to the final part of the Ohana Slime Company review. Like I mentioned in the last one, if you want to see the unboxing and everything that I didn't include like in this one, because this one I'm really just showcasing the slimes, you can go check out part 1. That's obviously on my channel. And I really hope you enjoy this final part. I know it's been a long journey. Like the other 2 parts, the slimes come in various different containers depending on size and whatnot, but they all do have a Slime Shop logo somewhere on the container and the slime name. Starting off this review is Barbie's Pink Jelly Lip Gloss. This is a glitter bomb jelly slime that is scented watermelon bubblegum. This slime smells exactly as described. I'm usually not a big fan of bubblegum scents, but I would say that the watermelon part complements it really well and just makes like a really sweet smelling slime that definitely reminds me of like a lip gloss smell. This slime is described as a jelly slime, however, I found that it was more of a half jelly, maybe less than that. I didn't see a lot of instant snow in here. Maybe the jelly part of the description means some other type of texture. I know there was a lot of glitter in here, so maybe that just kind of overshadowed the instant snow. I'm not really sure, but I would definitely say it's more half jelly-like. Regardless though, I still really enjoyed this one. It has a slight jiggle to it, so it creates crispy, kind of watery type of bubble pops, which are my favorite. I think it is the perfect color. It reminds me of like a color that Barbie would actually wear as a lip gloss. And the slime is just super fun to poke just because it kind of gives that, again, slight jiggle to it. The slime doesn't stick to my hands, and like I mentioned, there is a lot of glitter in here, so I can actually feel the glitter as I'm playing with the slime, which is a really cool experience. It kind of reminds me of grains of sand, but like smaller than that, and when you start to inflate it, it gets pretty bubbly. This slime is getting 5 out of 5 pajamas. Next up is Crunch Nugget. This is a Bingsu bead slime that is scented vanilla bean. So usually with vanilla scents, they come kind of light and like you can really tell that it's vanilla. So I don't know what was going on with this one. Sometimes add-ins that you add to slime, whether it's like the beads or like the coloring, whatever, can really alter the smell of a slime. And for some reason, this one seemed really altered. Maybe it was the type of scent, I'm not really sure, but it did kind of smell like vanilla. But I also smelled like a really sour scent in there. Definitely wasn't my favorite. I found it a little unpleasant, but that's just my opinion. The slime is really fun to play with though. It is super packed, so it's very crispy, airy, and light. It feels really nice on my hands. I always talk about it with crunchy slimes, how it feels like a kind of massage, and this one's no different. It really does feel like that to me. One of the only things that I'd really like to mention is because it is so packed, the beads do like to fall out every once in a while, and I would say that the like little heart glitters that are in here, they're kind of hard to see, but those also did not want to stay in the slime. Besides that, I did enjoy this one. It has endless crunches with minimal residue, which is amazing for a slime that is just like super packed, but because of the fallout, I'm going to give this one 4.8 out of 5 pajamas. The third slime for review is Watch Over Me. This is a bubble bead crunch bomb slime and it is unscented. Although it is unscented, to me it does have a scent to it. I think it's the bubble beads because I have had a slime with those in them before, and I remember thinking that they kind of like gave off like an old smell. So since this one doesn't have a scent to it, it's really strong, and the best way I can describe it is it just smells like my grandparents' house. It just smells old, maybe like old people. I don't know. Definitely not something that I really enjoy smelling. I don't know if maybe washing them before using them is like if that would help, or maybe that's just, you know, the material they're made out of kind of makes that smell. I don't know, but it is weird. I would say this type of slime is perfect for people who have sensitive hands that want to try a crunch bomb, because, you know, it's still going to give off the crunches and the feel of a crunch bomb, because obviously it is a crunch bomb, but the beads that are used are, you know, round and smooth, so they're not going to poke at your hands. This slime is really fun to press into the table as it creates a really unique ASMR. It's really good with crunches, and it leaves minimal residue, which is really good for a slime like this one. I would say as I was playing with this one, I got like the heebie-jeebies. I don't know if it's the like colors or the eyes that are in here or what, but it's a cool concept, but I was feeling really weird. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Regardless, this is getting 5 out of 5 pajamas. Next up is Pink Mooncake. This is a DIY clay slime that is scented birthday cake, white rabbit candy, taro milk bun, red bean bun, and lychee jelly, and it comes with a clay mooncake. This slime smells sweet, nutty, dough-like, a hint of roses, and kind of like yeast. Like I get all those scents as like their own individual entities, and it's really cool to smell them all because I think they work really well together, and it just smells like a really sweet floral dough type of scent, and I find it kind of comforting. The base is very chewy and very dense. It has little to no stretch to it, but it's also like extremely soft, and this one is just beyond perfect for just holding. It feels moisturizing, and I just really enjoyed this one. Usually when a slime has no stretch to it, it's just not fun to play with, but if you're really patient with this one, it will stretch out, and this slime just feels like it shouldn't have stretch to it. It's just got the most interesting texture. The clay piece was soft, easy to mix in, and once it mixes in, it becomes a soft dough-like clay slime, so not much different, still very hard to stretch, but it is just perfect for holding it, and I promise you it will not stick to like anything. And it is getting 5 out of 5 pajamas. Next is Whispers of Autumn. This is a 5 glue and 5 clay mixed slime that is scented like Leaves by Bath & Body Works, sweet pumpkin puree, and cinnamon. To me, this slime smells like a fall candle, fall soap, a store during the fall. Like literally everywhere you go, you know, you can like smell the fall scent. That's what this one smells like. Another comforting one to me, and just makes me so excited for fall because it is my favorite season and it just smells perfect. This slime did come with those leaves that I got to mix in on the top. I would say that they have a poke to them as you're playing with the slime, so maybe not add as many. It's really pretty because you can see them as you stretch out the slime, and it just looks nice, but like the poke was giving me anxiety because I didn't want to poke myself too hard because the leaves are kind of sharp, so maybe if there was less added it wouldn't be bad, and you can still have the pretty leaves in here. The slime's texture is extremely soft, kind of calming for how soft it is, almost reminds me of a blanket. It doesn't stick to me at all. It's just one of those ones that just feels very smooth, and like it doesn't like have any tackiness to it. Like I mentioned, the add-ins are absolutely beautiful, and as the slime inflates, it gets sizzly, poofy, and airy. It's just so fun to play with. Everything about this slime represents fall, even down to the color. Like that is a perfect fall orange color, and I am obsessed. This one definitely gets 5 out of 5 pajamas. Moving backwards in seasons, this one is Summer Sweets. It is a chaos bomb slime that is scented like Sour Patch Kids. So with most like candy type of scents, if it has like a lemon or orange smell to it, that definitely takes over and kind of smells like cleaner. This one, pretty much the same, not as strong though. So to me, this one smells like a really sweet, almost candy-like cleaner, which I really like. Everything about this slime is absolutely stunning. It is a chaos bomb, like they said. It just like it's got everything in it, but everything works really well together to create like a candy-like slime, and I think that this one was nailed perfectly. This slime is like really packed, so it does have a slower stretch to it, or it will break, so you could maybe lessen some of the add-ins. Even though it is completely packed, it's still somehow like extremely light and like super crispy. It doesn't really poke my hands, which is amazing, so taking out some of the add-ins isn't needed. It's just like, you know, if you want more stretch to it. This slime just has a unique texture to it because all the add-ins are just different sizes and shapes, so it creates really cool bubble pops, and this is just one that I don't think I'd ever get bored of because it's like, it feels like it has a different play to it every time you play with it. And just with everything put together, it just seems like just everything works, and it is so weird because there are so many different things in here, but like it looks like candy. And this one does get 5 out of 5 pajamas. This slime is Sachet Shante Berry Brulee. It is a wood glue cloud cream slime with a wax topper, scented berries and cream brulee, and it is inspired by RuPaul. I don't know if it's because of the wax part, but the scent really reminds me of like a blueberry muffin wax warmer, which my mom used to have wax warmers. I don't think she uses them anymore, but she used to use them, and I know there was a blueberry scent that she used a lot, and that's exactly what this one smells like. I don't know if it is the wax that's making it smell like that or what, but it smells good. It's a really warm bakery type of scent. I absolutely loved breaking the wax topper. It was very satisfying. Like, I just liked feeling it break and crack as I messed with the slime, and the pieces gradually got smaller the more I played with it. I will say though that the wax doesn't like to stay in the slime. It was falling out a lot. I also got a ton of wax under my nails. I would say like the underneath of my nails was like filled with wax by the time I was done playing with this slime, which can be pretty normal, I would say. I don't know. I don't think I've played with a wax topper slime before, so this is like a new experience for me. My hands also felt waxy after playing with this one. I did play with it multiple times after filming just to make sure that it wasn't because the wax was big, and it does kind of feel waxy after a while. So maybe if like the wax topper were smaller, it might fix those problems. I'm just not sure. The base was soft but dense. I would say it works really well as like a placement for the main component, which is the wax. This one gets 4.7 out of 5 pajamas. This big container of slime is Blue Star's Fire. This is a fluff butter slime with tons of different add-ins, and it is scented fresh rain, drops of rain, wet wildflowers, and fresh cut grass. So I did say that this one comes with tons of add-ins. I'm not sure if they were forgotten with this one, but there wasn't anything in this except for the base, which I'm okay with, because if you guys remember watching my original review of this shop, I was talking about this slime and how much I wanted like a bigger amount of it, and they sent me a bigger amount of it, and I could not be happier. I love this slime so much. I saw this one in the like box that I got and I almost cried because like that is just so thoughtful, and I love this one. This slime smells super fresh and clean, but also naturey, which is obviously one of my favorite things, so I love the scent as well. It does start off kind of wet, which can be normal for some clay slime, so I wasn't worried about it. Once you mix it in and everything, it's no longer wet. It's extremely soft, almost plush in texture, has no tackiness or residue to it, and it's just one of those slimes you can literally do anything with it. It's got good sizzles, good bubble pops, good pokes. You can hold it. It's everything. It even inflates and gets like super plush. Like, it is one of the softest slimes I think I've ever felt. And to top it all off, I'm a huge fan of the color as well. This is one of my favorite blues. It just looks so good. This one definitely gets 5 out of 5 pajamas. And the final slime for this review and all of the parts, this is Stormy Seas. This is a subtle shift icy slime that is scented like sea minerals, sea salt, driftwood, and it comes with a white glue bingsu topper that is scented like Irish sea moss. To me, this slime smells like a mall. I don't know. I feel like that's one of those ones that, like, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, I'm so sorry. But it smells like a mall to me, but also smells woodsy, earthy, kind of musky, almost like a cologne mixed with a perfume because it's really sweet. It smells really good. The topper smells like an earthy cleaner. That's really the best way I can describe it, but I really enjoy the smell. It's just, I don't know. I didn't think I'd smell those smells, but it smells good. This slime is advertised as an icy slime, but I would say it's not an icy texture really at all. It's more of its own thing. It's like a pigmented slime that has some instant snow in it, but like not a lot. It's not a bad thing. I actually really like it because it's like not like super gummy like most pigmented slimes are. It's just kind of its own texture. Putting the slime together was really fun. The clay piece looks incredible, and once mixed together, the texture is like an extremely slight slay semi-bingsu slime. It's one of those in-between textures, which usually I don't like, but I find this one really fun to play with. I don't know if it's the amount, but it's like very satisfying. My only complaint about this one is the amount of pigment residue. It came off, thankfully. I thought my nails were ruined, but it's all over my nails, my hands, the table. There is a lot of residue. So I'm going to give this one a 4.9 out of 5 pajamas. So with that, that is the end of this entire review, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. And now I'm gonna go sit in the corner by myself and cry because I'm so sad that it's over. I love these slimes. I want to review like 100 more of them. This was such a fun experience. If you made it this far, up until now for the other 2 videos, I've been asking what is your favorite slime from the video, but now I want to know out of all 3 videos, which one is your ultimate favorite slime? If you can't pick just one, I don't blame you because I can't either. I just want to know which ones you enjoyed. 2 of my favorites were the camphor tree from review number 1 and the regulator from review number 2. And finally, this entire review has reached its end, so now I am signing off, and I will see you guys in the next one.